The definition of bravery is standing up, even when you're outnumbered and when you may lose something. A video that struck us when we saw it is a video of a young man, an 18-year-old, who went into the lion's den on a liberal show against an entire panel of liberals and called them out to their faces. You just got to see it to believe it. Check out this clip.
He isn't talking like a black man. He is talking like a white man. He is doing the same things that Mr. Trump has been doing for the last 30 years. You are doing the same thing that Donald Trump has been doing, and you are regurgitating what Donald Trump has put into your head. You need to stop that and start thinking for yourself.
What is with you in these commands? Like, do you think you get to tell black people what to do? Like, is that just how you operate your daily life? Instructing black people how to think, how to act, what they can and cannot say? Because I support a president, President Trump, that brought about the lowest black unemployment rate in our nation's history. Criminal justice reform, the First Step Act, millions of dollars navigated to HBCUs, economic opportunity zones, which navigated commercial investment to inner cities that were long neglected. And I understand you probably are eager to tell me to shut my mouth right now because you hate it when black conservatives even utter a single word. But I'm going to keep talking because these are facts. These are true.
Joining us now, the young man in that video who refused to back down, president of the Free Thinker Project and host of the CJ Pearson Uncensored podcast, CJ Pearson. CJ, great clip, man. You know, you showed in that clip more bravery than I think the vast majority of members of Congress, elected federal office Republicans right now, would not have been able to stand up to those types of absurdist attacks. I mean, what is it that gives you your bravery?
Benny, it's my love of country. You know, I love this country so much so that I believe that we should fight for this country. Freedom is not free. It's given to us through the constant advocation for the values that make our country what it is today. A love of liberty, an appreciation for the idea that the government that governs least governs best. And the last thing I will allow to happen is far left radicals to take those values, to take those principles and destroy them. So it doesn't matter if I want to go on some liberal show on MSNBC or a Roland Martin there. They can tell me all day long that I don't get to think for myself because I'm black. But every single day I'll prove them wrong. They don't own me, Benny, and they never will. And that's what makes them so angry. They can't control what I say. They can't control what I believe. And they can never tell me that I shouldn't love America.
CJ, I've watched that clip. I encourage our audience to go watch the clips on YouTube. It's on CJ's social media. I've watched the clip a number of times. I am so cringe when I hear her say, he's talking like a white man. Why is he talking like a white man? Is that not definitionally racist? That you have to speak certain ways? I mean, has my definition of racism, is it broken that you define someone by their immutable qualities, by their skin color, therefore you are racist? I mean, is it broken? What's going on?
Yeah, Benny, you're spot on. It was the definition of categorical racism, but it's something that shouldn't surprise you. You know, you take a quick history lesson, you know that the left is the literal birthplace of white supremacy in this nation. They founded the KKK. They founded Jim Crow. They fought to uphold segregation. They fought to put people that look like me at the back of the bus. Now, it's a history they try to suppress. It's a history they don't want you to know, but it doesn't make it any less true. And so when you hear her talking to me as if she owns me or she can tell me how I'm supposed to speak or I'm supposed to carry myself or who I can and cannot support, she's saying that because she genuinely believes in her heart of heart that she owns me. But I think I made clear in that interview that she'll never own me. And she doesn't own the other black people in this country who also have the right to think for themselves and not allow the color of their skin to dictate their politics.
Just remarkable. I mean, it's true. It truly is brave. I'd never seen that person before. She's a professor at some small, insignificant college. But you're right. If you go back and read through some of the more racist documents of the KKK, perhaps, they say that your race is destiny. And now that's what critical race theory teaches, that your race is your destiny and that these are the most important qualities in your life. It truly is remarkable how the table has just flipped 180 degrees. Boom, there it is, all over again. She said in the interview, why don't you come to my house? If you watch the whole thing, she's like, come to my house and I'll educate you. It's super creepy. I mean, it's the strangest distillation of like the opposite world that they're trying to create where they themselves are indeed the racists, but you stood up to it.
Yeah, and also too, it's the plot of every horror movie I've ever seen. Come to their cabin so they can correct you and get you right. I don't know what she thought she was going there with that, but if she wants to meet young men like me, she should make a Tinder account, not do that on national TV. But nevertheless, what I will say to her is that there is no brainwashing here that she can do to me that's going to change my mind. I love this country. I love the ideals upon which it was founded, and she can deal with that. And if she can't deal with that, maybe I'm not the match for her, and maybe she should invite another young man to her cabin in Iowa. But it won't be.
I'm sure she swipes left quite a bit. So, yeah, CJ, we have like 30 seconds left. It's always too short. Really fast. Young person right now is watching this interview going like, hey, I'm just a teenager. I could never stand up or go on TV and do that. Give them some inspiration.
Be courageous, be brave. Know there are many more young people just like you, and you could be the change. Your bravery, your courageousness may be the very thing that inspires your peers to speak up, and you should lead that fight, and I'll be in your corner.
That's it, man. CJ Pearson. With kids like CJ, this country ain't lost. Great job. Thank you for joining us. That does it for us here at the Benny Report. America's the greatest country in the world. America's worth fighting for. So keep memeing, keep criticizing, keep thinking, keep being brave. We here at the Benny Report are fighting right alongside with you. See ya.
You just watched Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing cable news channel, now in more than 70 million homes. You can get Newsmax TV on your cable system or check your cable guide. And if your system doesn't carry Newsmax, call them, tell them you want Newsmax TV, because we're real news for real people.